Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Kidzone Chapel. Pastor Bill here. Glad to see you today. Hey, with the warmer weather coming, I get to thinking about the opportunities we're going to have really soon to get outside and maybe do some fun things in the yard, or maybe go take some walks in the woods or whatever. But with that, I got to thinking about this little bug that bothers so many people, this little mosquito. Now, how many of you have ever had a mosquito bite? Yeah, we all have had mosquito bites. I remember actually this one time when we were camping. My son was out in the woods camping, and he got covered in mosquito bites. And mosquito bites, we all know, can be really itchy. And when you think about a mosquito bite, you want to scratch it, and you want to scratch it, but it only makes it itch more. And then your mom and dad might say, hey, don't scratch the mosquito bite. And you try not to scratch it, but the more you try not to scratch it, the more it itches and the more it drives you crazy, right? Your little mosquito bite becomes an awesome mosquito bite. So what can we do about mosquito bites? Well, we could put a glove on our hand. And by putting the glove on the hand, it might make it harder for us to scratch that mosquito bite. But you know what? That mosquito bite is still going to itch. Even with that glove, you can't scratch it as well. Or maybe you could put a Band-Aid on your mosquito bite. Band-Aids solve so many problems. But the problem is that under that Band-Aid, you still can feel that mosquito bite, and you still want to scratch that mosquito bite. Or maybe what you could do is you could take a piece of candy and have some candy. Now you're thinking, well, how does candy, I love candy, how does candy help us, help a mosquito bite? Well, one of the things that candy does, or anything really good, is it helps you to kind of forget. And when you forget about something, it doesn't itch as much, or the problem doesn't seem as bad when you have something you really enjoy, and takes your mind off that particular ill, whatever that may be. In Romans chapter 8, Paul says, we have sufferings now, but the sufferings we have are nothing compared to the great glory that will be given to us. See, Paul was talking about a bigger problem than mosquito bites, but the way we solve a problem is still the same. When we think about something good, such as how much Jesus loves us, then our problems don't seem as big. So when we think about something good, like let's take, for example, the situation we're in right now with this coronavirus, and we're all locked up in our homes, right? And we don't get to see our friends. We don't get to go over to our grandparents and do all these fun things that we really like to do. Maybe we need to think about good things instead of being all upset about the bad things. So maybe what we could do is we could write a letter to our grandparents, or we could get on Facebook and talk to them, or we could Skype with them, or we can Zoom with them, or do some fun things, play some games online, do the fun things that will take our mind off of all the stuff that we're struggling with right now, not being able to see them in person, or not being able to do those things that we normally would like to do, whether it's going to school or going on vacation or whatever it is. See, when we have a problem, whether it's a mosquito bite or a cold or the coronavirus or a family member in the hospital, Paul wants us to remember that God is Lord over everything. And that includes mosquito bites, that includes messy problems, that includes any of the struggles we may have. See, think about everything God has done for you, and your problems may not seem so awesome because God has done great things for us. Boys and girls, that's a great place to put our mind. Instead of worrying about or thinking about the bad things, let's think about how awesome God is and all the great things that He has done for us. Let's think about how awesome our moms and dads are, instead of all the bad things that we might be experiencing, whether we're not feeling good or whatever. Let's think on the good stuff, and our problems may not seem so awesome. God bless you, boys and girls. Thanks for joining me today in Kidzone Chapel. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another chapel. See you later.